please help me answer this question, okay? How the freaking hell am I wanting to get to a place where I'm always positive, when I'm always fulfilled, and I'm actually able to get the things done that I'm claiming to get done, then I'm having this fucking negative mindset. Excuse me for the language. How? Like, how is it possible that I'm claiming that I want to get there, and instead of looking for the solutions, how to get there, regarding to business, regarding to relationship, whatever the case might be, and I'm just looking to all the places of how I cannot do that. Like, what are the problems? And so, whether you believe it or not, rational thinking and actually going through the possibilities and second and higher order thinking, aka thinking through the consequences of our actions. So for example, if this is a Saturday night and I'm going out there and I'm getting drunk and I'm taking a certain kind of narcotics, then chances are high that by Sunday I'll be feeling like a piece of hell, and Monday, highly likely, I will not be able to get the hiring process done for my business. So therefore, the whole process will be delayed. So therefore, revenue will delay. So therefore, it goes on and 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 on. So this was a little thought experiment over here. But the most important idea that I wanted to share is that, hey, what if we just start to think, positive and like actually look for the things of how we could do things instead of what are the problems and what are the obstacles that we do have. So for example, hey man, I want to lose this weight. Instead of thinking of, hey, how can I do that? And actually, like lining out a plan of, obviously a rational plan, which doesn't consist of you trying to lose 40 pounds in 2 weeks or something like that, some ridiculous things. But like a well-rationalized plan. So for example, hey, I would like to lose 10 pounds in, 8 weeks, whatever the case might be. And so you're just outlining, hey, this is the calorie input that I'll have to constrain myself from. So I do not exactly know it in pounds, but for example, in 10 kilograms, let's say it would be how many pounds? Let's say, so in kilograms, it would be 7,000. So, yeah, so if we're talking about 10 kilograms, then that would be 77,000 calories. So that is the actual calorie amount that you have to restrict your system from throughout that period. Like, this is it, like, simple. Instead of this, we just simply tend to look at the thing that, hey, I can't go to the gym because it's too far. I have to, buy new running shoes. I have to buy equipment first. Like, all the BS, we're thinking through all the things that why we can't. And so this little monologue over here was inspired by my little chat, or I would say conversation with my brother. And so he just simply has a tendency to think super fucking negatively. He is a very fucking smart person, and perhaps that's his problem, and he's just like always thinking about like why things cannot be done and so on and so forth. So the thing over here is that I was like, man, we are meeting today 8:30 in front of the gym. I'm just putting his lazy ass in the gym once in a week, okay? But he's like, man, you're like, no, because I get out of my routine of learning and studying. And I was like, bro, last week you told to me that you felt more energized after working out. This is an excuse. He came up with the next excuse. Hey, it doesn't worth the amount. It doesn't worth the amount. By the way, transferring it to dollars, it's less than $7 for a day, and that is actually contains the the wellness stuff and all the shit. So for that amount, it's like a ridiculous claim, okay? And he just came up with the other things, like, why don't you come to my gym, since he's living in a dormitory? I'm like, man, like, come on. I mean, come on, man. And the list goes on and on and on and on. Coming back to the main point and the idea that I would like to discuss with you here is that the actual perspective of how we are always and always and always looking for the places why we cannot do things are eventually our greatest demons. And I'm not talking about it as, you know, someone who, you know, like figured those things out and shit like that, but the actual thing that have worked out perfectly well for me is that I just have this tendency for negative feeling. And if you're looking around yourself and just talk with people like regularly with an open ear, with an open attitude to actually understand where are they coming from, then you will be blessed to understand most of the people are fucking negative. Meaning that everyone is looking of how we cannot do those things instead of how we can do those things. And so this can be due to quote unquote bad environment. And also if you're going on social media, like you just simply see all of those things. Which are not healthy for a mindset, for a positive mindset. And so what I'm seeing and what I'm understanding more and more, surrounding myself with people who are like straight freaking positive, and not like, I'm not talking about fake positivity or false positivity. Like if something is wrong, something is wrong. But about positivity of thinking about how, okay, shit hits the fan. Two kinds of thinking: how we can solve the problem, why it cannot be solved. And so this is one of my greatest pursuits in the path of entrepreneurship too, to actually have to be able to gain the understanding regarding to myself and how I'm able to solve problems, and how we as human beings are able to solve problems. And so if we are willing to switch this tiny little thing, then we'll also see the solutions. And it's like this is how simple it goes, and we will feel more inspired, we'll feel more happy, and so on, whatever the case that might be that we might be chasing. And so this little thing of trying to see how we can solve problems instead of trying to come up with the excuse of why we cannot do those things, of how we cannot solve those problems, it's complete life changing. This simple little thing. So I wanted to share this with you because practice for a long enough time, I talk about 1-2 weeks, this thing is life changing. Just try this out if you don't believe me. Love.